Hi there, don't have a weekend breakfast plan yet? Here's my Pyaz Kachori style Paratha, the perfect guilt-free indulgence. Tastes much like the delicious Pyaz Kachori. You'll be able to enjoy it as it is or with a bowl of curd. To support my channel, do subscribe. Click the bell icon to get updates. Let's begin with the spice mix. 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, half a tablespoon of jeera cumin seeds, half a tablespoon of sauf fennel seeds. I'm going to dry roast them lightly. This should take a couple of minutes on low heat. Now that they are lightly toasted, I'll turn off the heat and let it cool down slightly. I'll grind it coarsely. That's done. Here's what else you'll require. Finely chopped onion. I've used 4 medium onions, or you could use 2 cups of finely chopped onions. You'll also require some coriander leaves chopped. This would be about 3/4 cup. Green chilies finely chopped to taste, and 3 to 4 small potatoes boiled. Gram flour or besan, about 3 to 4 tablespoons. To make the filling, heat 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Add in the dry roasted spices. Keep the heat low. Cook this on low heat for a minute so the spices have released their aroma. And I'll add in the green chilies first. And then all of the chopped onion. Season it with salt. And cook till it wilts slightly. That should take a few minutes. This is how it looks after about 2 minutes. And it smells really good. Let me add in half a teaspoon of grated ginger and a large pinch of hing that I had forgotten. I'll cook this for a minute. Add in half a teaspoon of turmeric haldi powder, about half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, and just mix it up. I'll add in the besan or gram flour, 3 tablespoons of it, and cook it along with the onions till the raw smell goes away. Keep the heat low. The gram flour is cooked and it has soaked up all the liquid that was released by the onion. Let's add in the potato. For even more binding, season with salt. Mix the potato into the mixture. Mash it up. That's done. You could add in half a teaspoon of sugar. This is optional. And some chaat masala or amchur powder. Finally, the chopped coriander. Mix it well and turn off the heat. Let it cool down completely. 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour atta. I'll add in salt, half a teaspoon, and a large pinch of ajwain or carom seeds that I'll just crush and add. Mix it up. Add water little at a time and make a soft dough. Knead the dough till it's nice and smooth. A tablespoon of oil. Cover it and let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Once the filling has cooled down completely, I'll divide it into equal portions and make them into balls that will go right into the parathas. Make them all equal size. Once that's done, let's check on the dough and knead it one more time. Then divide the dough into equal portions, roughly the same size as the filling balls. That's good. I got 8. Let's start filling them. Roll it out a bit with the help of some flour. Keep it thinner at the edges. Place a filling ball right at the center and gather up the edge to one place. Pinch to seal. That's one done. Let's get on with the rest. If you like the recipe, share it with your friends and write your feedback in the comments. Time to roll them out. I'll just flatten the edge slightly by pressing and then roll out gently. Use the dusting of flour as and when required. Can you see that the filling has spread out evenly? And I'll stop right there. Similarly, roll out the rest of them. Flatten the edge. Cook the parathas on a hot tawa on medium heat. So I'll turn it over after half a minute and let that cook. It's already puffing up from here. Use some ghee or vegetable oil to apply on the parathas. I'll smear this side as well. Look how puffed up it is. Oh wow, almost like a balloon. Once you're happy with the color on both sides, take it off the heat. The next one. You can actually peel off the layer and see the stuffing inside. Doesn't it look pretty? Serve it hot as it is or with some pickle and curds on the side. Enjoy!